Okay. Alright. I think I'm about done. And okay, we're good to go. Whew. Uh, hey gang. Um, so originally I wanted this to happen yesterday, but I I got caught up with a few things yesterday. Ooh, turn that down. So I was playing some Marvel Rivals. I got caught up in it that I sometimes forget the time, and when I'm so focused in on something, it just kind of exhausts me to the point that I just don't feel like doing it. So yeah. Apologies for not making this sooner than expected, but I'm here now, and that's all that matters. Just gonna wait for a couple people to join in at any time soon. But for those who are here, I'm just gonna mostly go over some stuff for the channel and things I have planned for the future. And just to let y'all know what's going on. Like get a peek of what's going on in MMR's life. Just gonna wait a bit. Also, I'm gonna post an image for dang it, where is it? I know it's here. Ah, okay. Sometime later, I'm gonna post a new image for the episode I'm working on. It'll be a small tease, and it's a certain character that hasn't gotten like the chance to be in an episode yet, and it's one that I've been waiting to use for a long time. But yeah, I think you'll like it. But with that out of the way, okay. Okay, so starting off, I know I've been putting off. Where is? No, that's not it. I need to find the thing. Where is it? Here, here it is. Okay, so I know I have been putting off season 2 a lot lately. I really sure have. And I know that I said I was working on episode 5, yeah. But thing is, as I keep working on this, the more I kind of start to realize I'm feeling less motivated to do it. Because as I keep working on this, the more I kind of start to realize that I don't want to do this forever. I don't want to do Transformers content forever. At some point, I just kind of want to deviate from that at some point. And I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but at some point, I just kind of want to do some things that are different. I don't want to always just rely on this, because my problem is that sometimes I feel like I always just, whenever I make a release date for something, like, for one of these, I can never land on the release date because I always rush myself into thinking, yeah, I can do this. I can make this happen like really fast. But then no, it doesn't. I just take too much time doing that. I always rush myself when I do these kinds of things. And when I rush myself, it just makes me unmotivated to do anything. So I guess likely chance that I'm just going to share with this right now is that from now on, I'm not going to make any release dates for these episodes until I feel like they're 100% ready. Because I don't want to, just say, oh, I'm working on it, and the next thing you know, I say it's almost done, and then last second when I'm like, it's gonna release that day, it gets delayed again and again and again, and I don't want to go through that anymore. Like, at some point, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta take a chill pill with that. But, yeah. And, yeah, so far, as you can see, right here, I'm not doing so hot. I'm kind of tanking a bit, because I've been putting off a lot of stuff. But, yeah, at some point, I'll get back in the swing of things. I'll do more videos. Just, I need some time off for a bit after I'm done working with episode 5, because I want to do some other stuff that isn't just Transformers related. Because I don't want to sound like, ungrateful or anything. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I feel like a lot of people only come from my channel for the Transformers stuff. Like, this stuff that matters. Like, usually the Transformers stuff is usually the big stuff that helps me with my stuff. Like, let me show you. Like, okay. So, not this early stuff right here, because most of my joke videos don't really do a whole lot. But when you look back at some other things on this channel, like, say, let me pick a random one that's, like, very popular. Like, let me think. Okay, so, yeah, okay, this one right here. See this one right here? This one right here has 7,000. Close to 800 almost. Or, no, 8,000, not 800. Jesus. And then, when I do animated stuff, like this one right here, only 280. And that's a clear sign that I know like what's popular on my channel. I get it. I know. Transformers is like a huge thing. But sometimes when I want to make my own stuff, and granted, yeah, it's not always great, but I do want to do other stuff that doesn't just rely on, one franchise as a whole. And I will say that okay. I will say Transformers as a brand nowadays, I'm kind of starting to fall less in love with. It's just, I don't know. It's probably just me, but I'm starting to feel like at some point, I kind of want to stop. I don't want to do any of this. Like, not right now. I'm not saying I'm not going to stop making what I'm doing right now. It's just at some point in my life, when I'm getting older, at some point, I'm going to stop doing this kind of stuff, and I want to focus on something else. Something else entirely different. I mean, I might make a small video here and there for that, but at some point, I'm going to probably stop doing this kind of stuff, and I want to do other stuff in general that can help my channel a bit. If you catch my drift. Because I feel like a lot of people here just come from my Transformers stuff, and I don't know, it just doesn't really sit with me all that well, because I feel like they only just come for this stuff because, I mean, it's stuff that they like, and that's honestly fair. I got no issue with that at all. It's just, I feel like when I want to do my own stuff in my own time, I feel like it's just not getting, the same amount of share and care as the other stuff I make. But yeah, it's just how I'm feeling right now. I mean, I'm not like feeling mad or sad or any other feeling that's, negative in some way. I just want to do more than just this. That's just what I want to do. Because I already have some stuff planned out for, future stuff in mind that I have in my head, but yeah. At some point, I don't want to keep doing this, and plus, I think I'm going to probably slow down with the joke videos because, yeah, they're kind of not doing so hot, and they're kind of plummeting as they keep going on. Like, the last one that did pretty well was, like, not including this because I did this just for the fun of it, but this one right here, this was the last one that did really good. And this one kind of came close. Well, I just did this one because I kind of felt like it. I wanted to remake it. But the last one that really did so well was this one. Prime Makes an Oopsie. and then it just kind of gradually just gets even worse as it keeps going on. I mean, this one didn't turn out so bad, but yeah, it just kept going on and on. Like, I think I'm gonna probably slow down with the joke videos, and sometime next week, or technically this week, but yeah, sometime soon, I'm gonna release like a montage video of all the joke videos that I made so far, like during the year. So it'll at least keep my channel afloat for a little bit, because right now it's kind of tanking. But yeah. But yeah, that's just pretty much. So TLDR for those who are just coming in. At some point, I don't want to always do Transformers content. I want to do other stuff. Not just gaming stuff, but like animated stuff that I want to do. And other stuff in general. Like, I just don't want to always focus on this. Because even though I do love doing it, it just, I don't know. I just feel like people only just come for what I make rather than, what I want to make. But yeah, that's just pretty much it. And so far, I really need to work on my member stuff because, dang, only got 2 people here. Only 2 people. And I really got to work on that at some point. But thankfully, I am going to work on that, though, because... Oops, let me go back. Oop, too far back. I do plan on, doing member stuff for my big episodes. Like, episode 5 will have, like, a small preview for, like, the first 5 minutes. And then, for members who want to support this channel, you can, like, see it early if you want, but that's just optional. Like, let me find it here. It's just to help support the channel. I mean, you don't really have to if you want. You can just wait patiently, which I don't blame you because that's something I would do. Because I'm more waiting and being patient than, just saying, ooh, I want this now. I need it now. For the most part, because there are some things in life that I do kind of want, but yeah. But yeah, membership stuff I plan to work on a lot better, and when that time comes, it'll be improved on. Hopefully. But yeah, pretty much. Nothing for Supers, okay. Yeah, pretty much. That's just the gist. That's just the gist of this channel for right now, but yeah. Some point it's gonna change. Yeah. And also, regarding that update on the 13th about the ID stuff, yeah, I'm not huge on it, but I'm not gonna let that just ruin my channel entirely. I'm still gonna push through, regardless of, that stuff that's happening. I'll still push through, I'll still make the stuff that I want to make. I'm not gonna let something keep me down. Whatever YouTube's gonna pull out of their ass next that we don't need, but yeah. Right, anyways, with that out of the way, I'm gonna go over some future stuff that I have in mind in the future. But yeah, ignore this because I'm gonna erase this at some point. But yeah, episode 5 will be like the next major part for this channel. And then after that, I'm gonna make an announcement for a mini movie that I'm working on, that I also plan to work on at some point. I can't promise that this one is gonna come out at some point, but I do want to do an 86 Devastator Devastator? Ugh. Did I say Devastator? Devastator. Yeah, Devastator. At some point, I want to do like a Devastator stop motion. Because so far right now, I plan to get the rest of the Constructicons and make like a full-on stop motion of Devastator, just doing his stuff. Oh, hi, Javelin. How are you? Just going over some stuff about my channel and some stuff that I have planned for the future. And then after that, for Max and Z, I was planning to do an episode for the summer, but I think I'm probably gonna push it somewhere later, in like probably sometime, maybe during the fall. If not, then I'm just gonna probably delay it to. I'm probably gonna delay it to next year, I bet. But this might change in the future. And episode 6, I think, might also be pushed as well if I'm not doing anything too busy. If I'm not doing anything busy, I can still probably release this sometime in like December maybe, but if not, then yeah, it's probably going to get delayed as well. And then also going over some stuff that happened recently, like the new studio series and Age of the Prime stuff. I am also going to do like some stuff for it too, like Barricade I plan to do, and yeah, I also plan to do that Titan Grimlock as well, because holy crap, that thing is amazing. I'll go over studio series stuff like after this though. I'll go into it. Oh, you're doing good? That's good. That's good to hear. Yeah, I'm just describing, how I'm currently feeling right now with like the channel and whatnot and its content, but that's good to hear. All right, and then I also plan to do a drift in Windblade stop motion that I have a really, really fun idea that I want to do. So, okay, so this idea that I have for this, it's coming from a movie that I very much love going back to at times. Like, um, if you guess what it is, I'll just give you a hint. It's involving an animal that's black and white and is really good at fighting. I'll just leave it there so y'all can guess. But ever since I watched that movie again, I'm definitely gonna make a stop motion with these two. And there's like a certain soundtrack in the movie that just really makes me want to, make this happen at some point. All right, and then of course the rest of the episodes for Fallen Revenge will come out next year. Max and Z stuff as well. This one though, um, I feel like this one. I think I might push to 2027 because one, I don't have all the characters to make it, and B, I also really don't want to rush this one. I want to make it as perfect as possible because big thing I want to go over. So regarding my movie Bumblebee, the one that did really well and surprisingly is like my best one of the bunch, which I'm grateful for. But like, let me find it real quick. It's probably like way in the back because I worked on so many videos over the years. That thing was like damn near 2 years ago. Like, yeah, this one right here. Okay, so this video specifically, I originally planned for it to be like big, like super super big, like really big. Like I was planning for it to be like my start of doing something big and grand. Like I wanted this one to be like filled with voice actors, really good action, just and just improving on some things that made Bumblebee really good and just fixing some issues that it had. Because some characters were actually going to have speaking lines, like Ironhide, Starscream, some of the Seekers, um, freaking, there was also going to be like a scene where Optimus was going to be rescued by Jazz, Ironhide, and Ratchet, and that would lead into the '07 series, and I'll go over that in a little bit because there's a lot that I want to talk about with that. But yeah, originally I had like a lot of plans for this whole thing to be as big as it could be. But yeah. So when I do make All As One, and I will still make the teaser announcement because I do plan for it to release that day, but when I'm gonna work on All As One, I want to take my time with it. I don't want to rush it, especially since I don't have all the characters. And plus, if I don't have all the characters by then probably I might have to cut some corners as to when I make it. But yeah. Alright, and then of course a couple of Transformers 1 stop motions that I will do in the future. Like, since now that we gotten a couple more characters like Arachnid, Trion, we're gonna get Thundercracker, Orion Pax, and frick, who else am I forgetting? Soundwave, damn it. I don't know why I forgot about Soundwave. Just completely gone blank from my mind, but yeah. The ones that are coming next year, I will grab and I will make more scenes from the movie. For the fun of it, you know. Alright, now next up is Wreckers. Now, Wreckers is an interesting one to go over, because when I'm done with Season 2, and All As One, this is going to be the next one that I'm going to work on, and this one's going to be kind of the lead-in to Season 3. Where it's going to be about Ironhide and a team of wreckers that he's going to get together, like, after Season 2. And they're going to go on, like, a very dangerous mission of some kind. I won't spoil all the details I have planned for it just yet. But I have a lot of really cool ideas that I want to do for this one. Alright. And then this one's Guilt. This one's going to be about RC and her story about like where she came from and how she became the way she is in Season 2. And it will involve one certain Cyclops I will not name, because for those who know, you should know who it is by now. Alright, and I can't promise that I'll make this one, but I do plan to make like an 86 Optimus Prime versus Megatron fight. But I'm not sure when I'm going to make this one happen, because I'm still debating if I want to push it to like... I want to say like summertime, but I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on this one. And I will do a Bruticus stop motion because I love Bruticus. Like, he's my favorite combiner, and we're getting more of him next year, which is like, yes! And I'll go over those Age of the Prime stuff soon. Alright, and then Season 3 will also start in that year, but might possibly, if things go according to plan, I might release it that year, but if not, then I'm going to push to 2027. And then, okay, so this last one right here, I'm not certain if it is going to come out in 26, but if not, then it's also going to get pushed to 2027. Since considering all the new leaks that have been happening for like Studio Series and Age of the Primes, but yeah. So far, that's all the plans that I have made for the future regarding, you know, my channel and stuff that I want to do. Yeah, I have a crap ton of stuff that I have in mind right now. But yeah. That's pretty much the whole gist of it. Alright, and now for the juicy bits that I know a lot of people have been wanting me to get into as of late. Studio Series and Age of the Primes. Okay, so I'm going to do Studio Series first, since that's my bread and butter, and it's more easier to go into. And I'm going to save the Age of the Prime stuff for later. Okay, so going over 2026. No, that's not it. No. Let me find... Ew, no, not this. No, not this. Where is... Also not that. Nope. Okay. Where do I find the frickin' pictures? Where do I find the pics? I need to find those pics right now. Where do I find those pics? Dang. It's hard to find those pics on here. Okay, so... what the hell. I'll just go over them one by one. Okay, so... Alright, forgot. Gotta be specific. Okay, so going over... Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do the videos. I'm just gonna do the videos since they're a lot more easier. Okay, so going over each thing that's come out, and I'm going to lower the volume because I want to talk about them. Okay, so Nemesis Prime, hold on. Nemesis Prime, oh, come on. Nemesis Prime, I'm not really surprised by because, I mean, come on. Like, Nemesis Prime obviously was just going to be the same as, you know, the Age of Extinction one, just with different arms, a different head, and he does come with the blade and the gun that he tried to use on B. So at least there's something there. But yeah, this one I'm just not surprised by. I might grab this one, but I think probably I'm going to might wait. since there's not really anything different about this version other than, like, some small details here and there, but it looks nice, I'll say. But yeah, not really much anything different. And also has like a darker paint job compared to the Age of Extinction one, which is neat, but yeah, I don't feel much from it. Now, for the real juicy stuff. Last Night Barricade. And now, to be fair, I know this looks weird, but trust me, these renders right here, this render does not do it justice. In hand, it looks a lot better. And I'm finally glad that we're getting more TLK cons, because I feel like they were just, entirely neglected ever since, Studio Series started. Like, because for a good while, we've only had, like, Autobot characters from Last Night. We never got a single Decepticon until, like, 2024, which was, like, I think, like, freaking 6 years into Studio Series, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 6, because it started in 2018. And then now, finally, for 2026, we're getting Barricade as, like, another Decepticon, which is like, yes, please bring in more TLK cons. And I'm excited to know what else they're going to bring to the table in 2027, because if Megatron is pushed to 2027, then he's going to be, like, one of the few next that's coming. And then for the rest of the TLK cons, there could be, like, many other options that they could choose from. Like, we could freaking see Onslaught or Nitro or Dreadbot or Berserker. Like, there's plenty of choices that they can make now that they've done Barricade. I feel like the easiest one they could do is probably Nitro, since, like, there's not really much you need to do with him. Like, he already has, like, a perfect figure with, the Nitro from the main line, and he literally got, like, redone twice in Studio Series for, like, a concept character and KSI boss. So, like, just borrow from that mold, make it happen, and just, add a couple details here and there, and give him a shockwave head, and boom, you got Nitro. I feel like he would be the easiest one to pull off. And then, I don't think Onslaught could happen, because I don't think they'd probably make him that year. And plus, I think they're going to probably save him for down the line. Dreadbot, I think, could happen. Berserker, yes, but I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see, because sometimes I have this weird unpredictability that sometimes I can just predict things on the spot that are coming out in certain years, and this guy right here is no exception. But yeah, so far I'm excited for him. He looks pretty good, despite this render looking like ass. His vehicle mode looks great. One thing I will say, though, that I did like on the original version more than this is the fact that he doesn't have a baton. Which, yeah, he didn't have one in the movie, but him having, like, a baton gave him, like, so much character in the way that he was. Like, I'm glad he still has the gun, I'm glad he still has the machine gun, and he even has the taser, which wasn't even in the original figure, which is pretty awesome. But I will say that I kind of wish he did come with, like, a baton, because that was just, like, a neat little thing that the original did. It gave it so much personality, like he was just an actual cop doing his own job. Really wish they kept that, but other than that, I'm excited. Details look great, he looks great, and I like that the head is more accurate to what he looks like in the movie. Oh, and I also am sad they got rid of the brass knuckles on his hands. Like, I really am sad by that. That Punish and Enslave logo was pretty fire, but yeah. Sadly, that's it for now. Alright, and now for my bread and butter. For the one that I did not think would happen, but I'm glad it did. Age of Extinction Titan Grimlock. Now, okay. Just to be clear, I love my original one, the leader class. I love it. But I will say, there are some things about it that it kind of lacked that I wish that it got. But this guy, right here, Holy crap, they cooked so hard with this design. It looks so unbelievably good. Like, just wow. I cannot believe they actually managed to do something like this. And like they even gave him the mace, which was something that the original kind of lacked, and I'm really glad that they brought it back. His mace thing right here can also detach, just like in the movie, which is like really cool. And well, you can't see from the back, but if you look on the back, it is kind of distracting. But outside of that, it looks great. He looks great. And also his feet look really cool that they can just fold out into the dino mode. That's just so cool. All right. And as for the dino mode, the dino mode also is really good, but there are some nitpicks I have about it. Like, okay, you can clearly see Grimlock's head right there. Like, I think that's probably the other shoulder blade that's just hidden right there, and that looks just so awkward. All right, and if you look very carefully, his head right here, look at his jaw. It's literally just the same, just copy pasted on the mouth. It's literally just the same. Only difference is that it doesn't have the eye or the horns. It's just the same thing. And sadly, it does not close all the way, which is a big disappointment. I really hope that it does get changed because that's something that the original did better. Its jaw was not like, this excessive. Because I heard people complain about the overbite being bigger when, like, I mean, a lot of overbites are like a lot bigger than, the bottom one. So, like, huh? And I also really don't like how short the teeth look. Like, they look incredibly short. But, yeah. Outside of those things, he looks outstanding. I'm certainly excited for it. Oh, and his tail. Oh my goodness, his tail looks so great. It's so damn accurate. His tail looks so outstanding. And also, you can't see it on here, but they also said that in some of the images that they showed off during like interviews at like Comic-Con, I think. There's like a tab that's on his back that Optimus, like whether it's the AOE or TLK one, he can ride him on the back because he has like this tab on it that can let Optimus ride him, which is like really freaking cool. Because I actually think he rides alright on the original, but I think this one does look better when he rides on him. And I'm excited. And they also mentioned that they're working on the other Dinobots like really fast, and the next one is coming in 2027. And they said it's not going to be Titan, and I think we know who that's going to be. But yeah, outside of that, Titan Grimlock just looks so freaking good, so unbelievably good. Like damn. I do not know what black magic they used to make it, but I'm glad they did because holy crap. Oh yeah, and also some other stuff too. I forgot to go over. Let me see here. Yeah, TF1. Nah, I'm not gonna use this video. That's gonna be weird. I'm gonna find. Go 2026. Nope, not there. Can I use images? Dang, nothing. Come on, bro. I'm trying to find them. Okay, here they are.
We just got it.
Ah! No. Stop. Okay. Alright, with that out of the way. Okay, so moving past. Yeah. Alright, we also got Arachnid, which, not surprised, because Arachnid was already shown off along with Tryon, and I will say Arachnid looks amazing. When I first heard that she was next for like 2026, I was like, yeah, I think she's gonna get compromised, but no. They managed to do the impossible and actually make this happen. Like, holy crap. Look at this thing. Like, the only thing that's inaccurate is the feet, because she doesn't have that little heel on the back of her foot, but they did that so they can make her stand, and honestly, it doesn't look that out of place. It looks pretty good. Because how can you make her stand with, like, how spindly her feet look? Like, holy crap. And she also has, like, these tiny little stands that will, like, help her stand better, I bet. But yeah, holy crap. And yeah, I will say that it does look a little weird, but damn. They absolutely cooked. They cooked with Arachnid. I'm definitely grabbing her the chance I get her. Alright. And Tryon, I will say Tryon looks good, but there are some things that do kind of bug me. It looks like he doesn't have like any wrist swivel, and his feet don't have ankle tilts, which is kind of distracting. But other than that, he looks good, and the beast mode looks nice. I don't like that he has like the tail weapon. That's just lame. And his beast mode looks great, and I like that he has like the moss all over him, just like in the movie. I think that's pretty neat. But yeah, Tryon looks good. I like him quite a bit. And no 86 stuff. What the freak? Where's the 86 stuff? Why do they never show off the images? Brother. Let me see. Can I find it on here or no? Man, they really don't want to show off a whole lot here. Also, sheesh, I got a lot on here. Yeah, no, that's not it. Dang it. Oh, come on. Okay, I'll just show you what they look like. Because I'd rather do that. So yeah, we're getting a new wind charger, and yeah, here it is. And, oh, come on. Oh, come on. Why can you not go full scale? Alright. Or, ugh, no, that's not it. But yeah. I think he looks pretty good. I think Wind Charger looks pretty sick. Yeah, he looks pretty good. I like him quite a bit. And, you know, for a character I know nothing about, he looks pretty good. I like him. Looks pretty neat. And, of course, they also showed off something pretty interesting. They showed off an 86 Thundercracker. If I can find the damn thing, because there's like so many images of blue Seekers. Like, where do I find it? Where is it? Like, come on, bro. Why do you have to have so many of the same characters all over and over again? Like, Jesus, man. Okay. Pretty sure this might be it. Yep, here it is. 86 Thundercracker. And it's not going to be like the mold of, you know, borrowing from Earthrise all over again. It's actually going to be like a new mold, and it borrowed from, like, I think one of the MPs, I think, which is pretty cool. And they said that they're going to do the rest of them in the future. Starscream also is, like, rumored to happen next year, but sadly he's going to be an exclusive. But outside of that, it looks pretty cool. Jet mode, everything about it looks cool. And, yep, it borrowed from... Yeah. See? Shout out to there finally being a Seeker design with a waist swivel where the cockpit doesn't break into two pieces to achieve it. Yep. And we're going to get the rest. And also, they also said they're planning to do a lot more Seekers, so expect a lot more to come in the future, man. A lot of G1 stuff. Alright, and now with that out of the way, it's time to go over some Age of the Prime stuff. Because I will say, I don't particularly focus on Age of the Primes, but I will say that so far, it looks pretty damn fire. They have some pretty damn cool stuff that they showed off. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, no, I don't think so. No, okay, so let me think. You can just probably find videos, I bet. Damn. Man, they don't have a lot of videos regarding that. What's up with that? There's so much to find and it's not even there. Nothing. Bro. Come on. Where do I find it? Bro, come on. That's so lame. Where do I find it? Taking forever to find them. Nah, screw it. I'll just use like a video. Oh, Jesus. I didn't realize how many I have here. So many. Okay. I'll just pick something random. I'll just use podcasts. Okay. Okay, so going over stuff that... No, dang it. No, that goes over listings. I don't want listings. I want to find the actual images. Man, they do not ever have that stuff just full on display. You know what? I'll just use this. Alright, so next year, we got like a fair amount of stuff that's coming next year. I'm pretty sure this is next year. No, wait. Oh, dang, they changed it up. Okay, let's see, 2026. It's 2026. Okay, 2026. Okay, so going over the major stuff that was shown off at 2026. I think... Okay, so... Amalgamous looks pretty cool. Like, I didn't actually think how they would approach something like this, but they managed, and it looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like Shockwave with that head right there, but it looks pretty cool, and it turns into like some weird looking turret of some kind. I might actually snag this Prime, because he looks so cool. And then also, we got another Combaticon. We got Brawl, and he looks great. And then we also got Wreck-Gar, just animated Wreck-Gar, who is just literally a reuse of this, which, yeah, it's pretty damn lame. That's really, really lame. Not surprised, but quite lame. Alright, and then... Oh yeah, for deluxe stuff, they showed off Blastoff. Blastoff looks quite purple, I say. Very purple, indeed. Then we got Junkion Jalopy. Looks pretty neat. And then we got Beast Wars Quick Strike, and man, he looks great. I love it. It's like they just took the original toy and just improved it by tenfold. Like, I don't know how they did it, but man, it looks impressive. Alright, and then we got Quintus Prime, who I also was quite surprised at, because holy crap, it looks so good. I did not know how they were going to approach this design, but they somehow managed, and it looks so good. I don't know how they did it, but it looks so good. I'm also going to snag this one if I get the chance. Alright, and then we got Sure Shot, who looks alright, I guess. Not really my bread and butter, but looks alright. Oh yeah, and also a lot of people I know have been glazing the hell out of this thing, but we got Big Convoy. It looks pretty cool, I'll say. It's not really my kind of thing, but I like it. It looks pretty cool. And you don't really see a lot of Transformers turn into, like, woolly mammoths, so that's pretty unique. And we also got Razor Claw, who's just a reuse of freaking Tigerhawk. Looks cool, but I'm also going to pass because I just want to grab Tigerhawk instead. But it looks quite cool, I'll say. Quite a bit. And they also showed... Ah, here it is. Yeah, They also, well, okay, well, no, they didn't really show it, but they also showed like a gray render of Onslaught for the Combaticons, and I can't really make an opinion on that because, well, it's not out yet, and we are yet to see it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty good. Like, it's gonna be pretty peak, knowing with how they make stuff. And so far, that's pretty much it. I don't got a whole lot to talk about right now. That's pretty much the whole gist. Oh, and the leak stuff. I forgot about that. Damn it. Ugh. I forgot about the leaks. Um, so I'm excited for the leak stuff. And they sound quite good. Like, I'm excited for, Bayverse Hound, TF1 Soundwave, and I'm surprised that they're dipping into comic stuff, which is like, uh, oh man. Okay. I will say that dipping into comics is cool, but I don't think it should be into studio series. I think that should be saved for something else. Because it kind of bugs me now that they're going to do comics, it's going to be even harder to get like redos of characters from the movies. But yeah, I don't know. It's just me. Like, unless they do like Skybound comics, which is like hell yes, I'm definitely gonna grab those. But like, cause I definitely want to have like, spoiler alert, by the way, you might want to skip for a little bit. Like, I definitely want to get a Shredhead figure, cause damn, that guy looks so cool. He just looks so cool in the comics. He's a new character and he just looks so cool. But yeah, outside of that, that's pretty much the gist of it. What else was I gonna say? Damn, forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, and going over some movie news too. Okay, so going over movie news, I heard that Michael Bay is coming back to direct another Transformers movie, and Josh Cooley is rumored to make another movie too, which is pretty cool because I definitely wanted to make another movie. Like, please let that man cook. Let Josh Cooley direct another movie, please. Like, he direct a hell of a movie with Transformers One. Just please, please bring him back for another movie. Like, he deserves a second chance. But yeah, so far we know that 5 movies are currently planned or in development as of right now, as quote unquote rumored. And one of them is being heralded by Michael Bay. And now I know people have been going insane over Michael Bay coming back to direct another Transformers movie. Like, let me search it up. Like, Michael Bay is returning to Transformers. And okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm like incredibly mixed on him coming back. Because I know there have been like people praising the hell out of his return, and there are people actively denying of wanting his return. Me, however, I'm kind of somewhere in the middle about it. Like, ew, hell no. Like, okay, I do think that the franchise does need his flair again because, I mean, say what you want about the Michael Bay movies, but as dumb as they were, like looking back on them, the stuff that you grew up on watching, you realize that he's not bad at directing action. Like, he clearly knows how to have spectacle with his action scenes. It's just when it comes to making like an actual movie with a story is where I think he just kind of falls under. I feel like I think he just needs someone to help him with story and stuff because he's not really great at doing that kind of thing. Action stuff he's great at, but yeah, I don't think he's great at telling a story. Like, I'm just hoping if he does come back, if he does come back as director, I just hope that he learns from his mistakes with Age of Extinction and Last Night and doesn't try to make them like entirely big, huge, world-ending events because that just gets so old and so played. And also really don't fall back into the weird campiness of the human characters, them just either being stupid or horny or whatever the hell else they are. Like, just don't go back to those days. Just please don't go back to that kind of stuff because it I don't think that kind of stuff I think would fit well in this modern day and age anymore. Like, I just don't think it would. And plus the racism stuff as well, even though I don't think, okay, there are some things that I did find racist, but not in like Skids and Mudflap, but other things that the human characters would say or do. Like, that's the stuff I found racist rather than whatever the bots were doing. But yeah, I just hope that if he does come back, don't do the same thing that you did before. Just try to go for something a little different. Don't do the same thing that you've done 5 times again. Just do something different. It's all I'm asking. I'm surprised that he's not like directing the crossover film with GI Joe. Like, I feel like that kind of movie would be like his bread and butter, considering his love for like the military and stuff. Like, I feel like that movie would be perfect for him, but yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing they're just trying to start off fresh again, since like Rise of the Beast didn't do as well as they were hoping for. Because even though I still do like it, I will say that I think its problem is that it kind of became too ambitious for its own good. Because it's like the start of a new universe, and we're literally like only 2 movies in, and already it being like it reaching kind of like to the point of freaking not as much as what the other movies made was kind of like, yeah, this clearly isn't working out. We need to start something new and different, something fresh. And TF1 was supposed to be that, when it came out, because like it's the start of a new universe. It's gonna be like the origin story for Optimus and Megatron, and we all know how that went. It flopped horribly and deserved so much praise for what it got. Like, it deserved to be a success rather than Rise of the Beast or any of the Bay movies. And that makes me quite sad because it's a really good movie. And now that that one flopped, they're like, what are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna do for the movies now? Because like, I feel like these movies just the new movies just don't really have like a sense of identity. Like like excluding Transformers 1 because that's entirely separate, but I feel like Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts, I don't think they clearly found their identity in like the universe that they're trying to show. Because if Rise of the Beast originally was supposed to be 2 different movies from, the one that we got. It was going to be a Bumblebee 2, and we were going to get a Beast Wars movie. And I also heard that rumor that Bay is making a Beast Wars movie, but I don't believe it. I think it's just kind of a lie. And plus, I don't think Beast Wars would fit his style at all. It's just, I feel like we should have had like 2 different movies before it, and then we could have gotten Rise of the Beasts, as like just introduce some characters here and there, and then make the Transformer movies big action set pieces, do that, like build up on like these characters, and then make like one big movie for them to cross over and fight together. That's just what you could do. But instead, they just decide to make a movie with, as a Bumblebee sequel, but with the Beast Wars cast in it, and you got Terracons and Unicron and all other kinds of weird shit thrown into it. Like, I will say that as messy as it was, I can clearly tell they wanted to go for something ambitious, and yeah, it's fun, but at the cost of, just 2 movies into one is just... I just think it should have been handled a lot better than how it was originally given. But yeah, but I'm just really mixed on him coming back as a whole as director of these movies again. But yeah, and that's pretty much all that I'm just gonna talk about for today. Like, yeah, I don't got much else left to talk about. But yeah, is there anything else anyone wants to ask me real quick before I end this? Because I might end in like a couple minutes or so at some point. I'll just give y'all like a few minutes, because I mean, and then I'll just ramble on about something for a good while. Oh, I also finished Donkey Kong Bonanza, and let me tell you, that was a peak. Even though I do not like gaming prices that they're selling, I will say that the game itself, it is quite peak. It is insanely peak. It is so fun. And hot take, I think it's more fun than Mario Odyssey. I'm just putting that out there real quick. You heard what I said, and I have no shame for it. I think it's so much more fun compared to that game. And that ending, man. I'm not gonna spoil that ending, but holy crap, it was so good. Because a certain you know who shows up. I'm not gonna say who, but if you know who this character is and the history that he has, like, gets genuine hype from like anyone who's a fan of the games. Even me, because I mean, I only played like the Country Returns and Tropical Freeze games. I never played the original games, but if you know who it is, then well, you're gonna be in for a hell of a time with that ending. But yeah, I really enjoyed playing that, and I think at some point I might stream Deltarune, since Chapter 3 and 4 came out. I've actually been thinking about picking up that game and streaming it, because I really had fun playing the first two chapters, and they were free for a time on the first Switch. And sadly, they took it off because of that update that they did with the virtual game card stuff. But yeah, at some point I plan to do a stream on that, and yeah, that's just pretty much it. I don't got much left to say. And probably by the time when I guess say October comes around, I'm gonna stream another series that I hold very much dearly to my heart. I won't say what it is just yet, but at some point I will. Actually, for October, I just want to stream like a lot of Halloween games, just games that are fitting for that holiday. But yeah, especially a controversial one that I know a lot of people really have been like incredibly mixed on. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I'll just give you a small hint as to what it is. It has a certain word in it that's called grave. Yeah, just graves. I'll let you figure that out. It's a last name for certain characters that I won't share who, but you'll figure it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it so far. And what else am I gonna say? My brain's just scrambling right now. I'm also quite hungry too, because like I think I need to eat something right now, because my brain's just kind of on the fritz about stuff that I want to say. It's saying, eat food now, you're hungry. Eat food now, you're hungry. But yeah. Oh, and also, I forgot. I also forgot to do one more thing real quick. I need to do this real quick. Alright. And there we go. Okay. Now, go to my channel real quick. Check the community posts. Yep. That's the small tease you're going to get for now. And outside of that, yeah, that's pretty much the whole gist. just for those that want to see like who this is gonna be, you kind of already know, but yeah. Overload is gonna make his first debut in this series because so far he technically is like one of the only two that have not shown up in the series. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole gist. And yeah, don't got much else to say right now, so for those that stopped by, thank you so much for watching. I will try to be as, as consistent as I can be with, uploading stuff on here. But yeah. So until then, this is MMR signing out. Take care, you wonderful people.